Hello, I'm feeling very miserable about myself today, and if you read my website then you'll know that's because I did something very silly last week. One of the most recent videos that you'll have seen was me having my flutter lashes done and they looked amazing. I ended up pulling them out and most of my own natural lashes with them, which was really stupid and not something that I would normally do, and I don't know what happened to me, and it's all really embarrassing. So basically I don't have any eyelashes really. Do you know what, I'm not going to do a close-up because I just feel so depressed about it. I've got a couple, they're very sparse and they're very dry and I can't really put any mascara on. So I've got a really important casting coming up. It's a request and it's for a Mercedes commercial, and so I want to be looking really good, but I don't want to kind of load anything onto my eyelashes because I don't want to really damage them any further. So at the moment I'm just using some lash conditioners by Ginny Lash. These are really good. It's £25 for two of these. They would last ages. One's got a mascara wand type applicator for the very few lashes that I have left. Not feeling at my very best, it has to be said. So today I've cracked out my Sisley products, which I know you're not supposed to open products and then leave them for ages and ages, but you know, they're really expensive, so they're not ones that I would ever use every day, or every week even. So I have cracked these out to make myself feel a bit better. I've got my Sisley Flower Express Gel on as a mask, and I've let that soak in. That's actually soaked in now so I can do my makeup. And I'm going to be using a few different Sisley products, so starting off with a tinted moisturiser. That's quite weird. I've never noticed that before. The whole label's printed on upside down. I don't know if you can see that. It's printed on that way, whereas normally they're printed on that way. Hold the front page with that kind of news. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to be using this tinted moisturiser. I'm going to be using my Sun Glow, which is matte, which is really nice. I just want to keep my skin looking very fresh, and I'm going to work a little bit of a daytime eye. Now normally I would go for golds and beiges and browns and creams throughout the day, just for quite a subtle daytime smoky look. But today I'm going for the colours in the Christmas Sisley palette. We've got a really bright blue there, which I love, set against the charcoals and silvery greys, and quite a deep charcoal there. So going for something slightly more unusual, but what I'm hoping is that the blue will really pick out the blue in my own eyes, and you kind of won't notice that there's not that darkness there where you'd normally have your lashes painted. So here's hoping. I have had a little play with these colours before and they're really gorgeous, but I haven't done a proper video, but I have been out using these. So here goes. It could be a disaster. Could work very well. I've got a little bit of eye base on. I've got Eye Prep by Cover FX, and I've got a bit of Lemonade by Benefit, just because I look so tired, and I've already got a little bit of concealer on underneath my eyes. And I'm going to do my eyes first because if there's any fallout from the eyeshadow I can clean that up really easily and then do the rest of my face. I'm going to sweep across the lightest colour, which is this very pale silver. Lovely and Christmassy. And I'm actually going to take it on the very outside corner there of the eyebrow, just a tiny bit, just to lift that area. And I'm going to sweep a little bit of this light colour again, just over the lids as a bit of a base. I actually just really like that on its own, but that will not do on its own because, as you can see, there's no kind of definition to the eye. Now I'm going to take the blue, the very bright blue, and I'm going to sweep that up to the crease in my eye. Now this could be a little bit too much, but we shall see. It's really very blue. But actually layered over the lighter colour. It's not gaudy or overly bright. There go the builders. It's not just me having building work done, my next door neighbour is also having building work done. So it's kind of like a power tool orchestra out there. So at the moment that's kind of very icy and cool. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the very darkest colour, this kind of glittery charcoal, along the lash line. And then I can kind of sit back, have a look at the effect and what it's done, and see where we can go from there. I'm just really gently pressing that into the lash line and flicking it out slightly at the outer corner. I really love these shades. They're really quite glittery. I don't know whether that's picking up on camera, but they are. And you'll see underneath my eyes there's loads and loads of fallout, so it's a pretty good job I didn't do my base first. Because I am really into making this quite blue, I just want to add a little bit more blue. So I'm going to first do a bit more silver, and I'm going to use the medium silver that I haven't used yet. And I'm just really lightly pressing that over the lid. So I'm going to take more of the blue. I'm using my blending brush. This is a little bit more solid. And I'm just going to take it in the inner corner there, not the whole way across, just so that it picks up a little bit of colour but it's not completely overpowering. I'm just doing a bit of a clean-up squad on the underneath of my eyes. It really has dropped quite a lot of eyeshadow under there. I'm using my Bioderma cleanser. I've been using it for years. It's a bit of a backstage favourite really. I'm going to pop on my tinted moisturiser. This is in shade 1, which is beige. And it's such a glorious texture, this. It's kind of slightly paler than what I would use in the summer. But now I really do feel like we're into winter, and I want my base to be, I don't know, I don't want to go too tanned all over, because I don't want it to look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. You know, I want to emphasise my eyes and just give them a bit of definition, but I don't want to be doing a full makeup look because I am going to a casting, and I just want my skin to look very flawless. So I'm just applying this with my fingertips, and you can see it's not really, really pale. It's just normally I would go a shade darker just to give myself that bit of glow. But what I am going to do, once this has gone in, is I'm going to add a little bit of colour with my Sun Glow. Just dotting on a bit of concealer where I did my cleanse. I'm actually just going to take a tiny, tiny bit of the dark on a Q-tip and smudge that on the lower lash line, just on the outer corner. Just so it's like a continuation of that flick, and it joins everything up. I've literally got glitter all over my face, but actually, you know what, for once I don't care, because I was in such a bad mood before I started doing this that I feel like it's quite festive. So now I'm going to apply some Sun Glow gel, and this is a matte formula, so it's not adding any shimmer. I don't think I need any more shimmer quite at this moment. I'll just show you how it looks. It looks very dark, but then when you rub it in, completely disappears, just leaving a little bit of a glow, a sun glow. And that's pretty much it then. So just a tiny bit. As I said before, you know, I don't want a lot of a tan going on. Don't want anything really competing with the eyes. Now I just realised I didn't zoom in when I was doing my eyes, so that was a bit naughty. And a couple of people have said, can I please remember to zoom in? Woo! Sorry, don't tell me off. Here we go. Woo! Just so you can see what's going on there. You can probably see just how sparse those eyelashes are. I mean, there's not really any point putting mascara on them. But I think that the dark shadow along the lash line really does help to create the illusion that there is some lash line there. So there we go with that. Better go, because actually, as usual, I'm late and I'm still kind of slobbering around in my jumper. It is a Paul Smith cashmere jumper, but I've had it for about 8 years and it's got holes in it and tears and all sorts of things, so I won't be going out in this. So I better go and choose something to wear. I'm feeling in a lot better mood now, a lot more awake, a lot happier about the day. I'm just going to finish off with a lip gloss, and this is a plumping lip gloss from Lip Lingerie, and it comes in very cute packaging, like a little cupcake. And it's just a really nice flattering shade. It lasts for ages. It looks a lot darker than it actually is when it's in the pot. But it's actually a plumping gloss. And it does make them look slightly more voluptuous. Anyway, I'm late, so I'm off, and I shall see you in the next one. But I do feel like I'm in a much better mood. So even though you're kind of just there watching, thank you. And I'll see you soon.